Tech fans, what's popping, man? We got another episode, but today, man, got to keep y'all boys supply. Y'all always support the channel. Appreciate y'all running up the last video on the facility joint, man. Y'all were great, almost 500 views, man. Shit, look, y'all are perfect. Hey, if like I said, any content y'all want to see, please let me know. I want to take the channel to y'all. I'm trying, like I said, grow this thing. You know, I got Tech fans, Tennessee fans, Miami fans, Bama fans, Georgia fans, man. I just want to create a nice audience, man, that y'all always tune in, man. But today's topic, enough of that. Today's topic is MJ Burnett, who officially set his 3 finalists, did his OVs, and he's also set a commitment date. Now, this is the son, for those that don't know, of 10-year NFL veteran Morgan Burnett. All right. And this is Morgan Burnett, who enjoyed a 10-year career, had 9 interceptions, played for the Green Bay Packers, obviously played for the Cleveland Browns. 10-year career right now is his DB coach at the Walton Raiders, right? A pretty good school out there in obviously Marietta, right? And so he comes from a family of athletes, comes from a family that has played at a very high level. Now, as you can tell, his dad is still very young at 37, right? Not too much older than me. I'm 28, right? It's only about a 9-year difference. So he's training his kid. And what's interesting about this is for MJ, his recruiting's kind of been under the radar a little bit. Yeah, he's ranked. Yeah, he's a 3-star prospect, but he hasn't necessarily got maybe the same buzz that maybe he should have, right? And he's very massive. He's a massive kid. When you look at him, you look at his stature, you look at everything he brings to the table, and things like that. And we're gonna obviously roll it here in just a second. Hold on, guys. Put this up for you. But it's crazy when your kid is bigger than you, right? Because in his career, his pops is 6'1". MJ, y'all, is literally 6'4", right? I don't know why it's buffering this bad. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my internet connection. But MJ is literally 6'4" and 202 pounds. He already has great size for his age, right? You look at obviously in the next level, he'll probably have to bulk up a little bit. What, maybe like 215, maybe 220, but he's already has good size 6'4", 202. It's pretty damn good to me. And MJ is a hard hitter. MJ is aggressive with the ball in the air. MJ is looking to attack the ball. See ball, go get ball, right? But the reason I say he's underrated is because 38 cornerback, 45 in Georgia, 495 nationally, 47 cornerback, and he really plays safety. So it's interesting because there's several teams that are in the running for his commitment when you look at MJ Burnett, right? So he announced today basically what his commitment is going to look like, right? So he has OVs. The good thing for my Georgia Tech fans is that they get the OV first, right? They get the OV on May 29th through 31st. Obviously, very massive. You get to get it first. Get to see MJ Burnett first, and there's a big relationship here. And for Georgia Tech, it is how bad do you want him? If you're really sincere, how much do you prioritize MJ Burnett as your guy, right? Is it somebody else you want out there to pair along with him? Do you take one safety? Do you take multiple safeties or DBs? That's the biggest question that we have with this one, right? Because his dad played at Georgia Tech, started at Georgia Tech, played with Jonathan Dwyer, one of his close friends. So there's a relationship there for MJ Burnett and obviously Georgia Tech. But are they going to take enough advantage of it? Now, good thing is you're in the running for him. You know what I'm saying? He had you as a finalist, and he had you in the official visits, right? So for Georgia Tech, you have to, nail the OV, which was not this weekend, but will be the following weekend. That's going to be critical, right? That's going to tell us obviously a lot about what's going on, right? So those are some things to definitely think about if you're Georgia Tech, right? I feel like he fits what they want to do: big body, safety, fast, physical, agile, elite, and with great ball skills. Fits everything they want to do in this new attack, aggressive style, obviously scheme and system, right? But how much does Georgia Tech value that? I don't know. I don't know where they have them on their board. I don't know if he's high or not. That's what we're going to find out. Then he has Alabama June 5th through June 7th. There's also some relational ties there as well, right? Good relationship with the obviously coaching staff there. Alabama's obviously a team, you can go there, you can get developed, right? Obviously DB coach did what they've been able to do. So Alabama's another team that makes a lot of sense for him, right? You look at guys that able to rotate, play safety, play all over the field, and you can potentially play early at Alabama. We've seen that. We've seen guys like Dejon Lee, I know cornerback and several others, Xavier Brown, play early there at obviously Alabama. So it's nothing out of the ordinary for that to happen. So there are ties there as well for MJ Burnett at Alabama, right? But Georgia to me feels like they're definitely in the race, right? Now, again, I don't know how high Georgia has him, but it feels like that would probably be the leader right now, will be the Bulldogs. But again, they're trying to get other safeties too. Adrian Cole was just obviously um, mocked there essentially for in terms of a prediction. How many safeties does Kirby Smart take? Right? What does that look like? Defensive coordinator Clint Schumann, right? How many safeties does he want? But 6'4", 202 don't grow on trees, right? But it feels like Georgia, the relationship. I've talked to MJ before. It was a while ago, but he talked about liking the DB coach there, having kind of a rapport relationship there, right? So Georgia's in the thick of this race too, right? So it'll be real interesting to see what school stands out. I feel like Georgia's in the lead for this race and of this commitment. Is just my personal take. Again, I could be wrong, but my personal take is I feel like Georgia's probably the leader. GT is probably two, Bama three, but I could be wrong. I don't have any inside information. I haven't talked to MJ probably since like I think the start of this year or last year. That's just my personal take, right? Not saying that's true or not. I don't have any intel when it comes to it. But the big date is going to be July 4th, right? When he officially announces his commitment on the 4th of July, where he's going to go, probably going to have a ceremony, family, all kind of stuff of where his commitment is going to be. Again, if you GT, right? Some fans ain't gonna be thrilled. Well, nah, she's a 3-star. I keep telling y'all, 3 stars, all that stuff. It matters to a certain degree. It's not the end all be all. It's not, oh man, this kid can't play. Again, I'll say it one more time for y'all. His daddy played in the league. He's 6'4", 202. That don't grow on trees. I promise you. All right? That takes time to build that. You know what I'm saying? And to get that. You know what I'm saying? So I think for Tech, what do you want out of the safety position? You know what I'm saying? Are you looking for a bigger body guy? Or are you looking for a smaller, guy, maybe a little quicker than MJ, maybe. You know what I'm saying? What are you looking for at your DB spot? Who's on your board? Because it's different. You don't have Corey People as your defensive back coach no more. It's Vinny Sincere. What does he look for? What does he want? That's going to be the biggest question there. And if you coach Seymour, does it fit your scheme in your system? I guarantee 6'4", 202 will fit your scheme and system. But how much will Georgia Tech value that? How much will they pursue? And if you see an early commitment, that means Georgia Tech really wanted them, right? If you see a commitment, that May 29th, 31st weekend, they really wanted them. If you don't see that, then that means he's probably going to go to one of the other two schools. Just being humbly honest. But we're going to see what happens. He'd be a great fit for the Flies. And he is a Georgia Tech legacy. His dad went there, literally. So if you Georgia Tech, right, some people say legacy doesn't matter. Some people say it does. But you want to get the kids that their parents, they started at your university. Georgia does a great job with that. They have legacies all the time. Carter Lucky, whatever. Parents went to the school, graduated, and their kids come back later. If you Georgia Tech, that's another way you can be in the running for years to come as a top team in not only the ACC but in the country by getting guys that used to go there also going to school, to play football for you. That also helps. Georgia is a great example of how to do it. We'll see what happens though. But I wanted to talk about this today. Big commitment for Georgia Tech. Obviously, several guys, targets they're after. MJ Burnett, certainly I'm sure is one. What will the safety end up choosing? We'll find out July 4th. But it'll be interesting to see if they're able to move it up a little bit. We'll find out. May 29th to 31st, though, a big day on the flats. We're going to leave it there, man. But MJ Burnett, a target for Georgia Tech, is not too far off from his commitment date. See you guys in the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hype up the video. Peace.